a high school senior in Texas was forced to choose between his dreadlocks and his high school graduation. DeAndre Arnold was a student at Barbers Hill High School in Mount Bellevue, just east of Houston. District policy allows dreadlocks, but specifies that male students' hair can't extend below the eyebrows or earlobes and must be shorter than a t-shirt collar. The high school superintendent tweeted that the school has, quote, received scrutiny regarding our high level of expectations on all things and dress code. Yet, our African-American students beat the state average on passing star by 22%, and our overall passing scores are the highest in the state. Sounds like high expectations work. Arnold's mother has transferred him out of the school today. The issue has gotten national attention from some who believe this is racial profiling. It also reminds us of a similar case in 2018 in which a New Jersey high school wrestler had to cut his hair during a wrestling tournament or forfeit the match. Joining us now to weigh in is Faru Ma'at, a social activist. Faru, thanks for joining us. Welcome to Chasing News. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
So you've told me you too have had some issues over the last several years with your locks.
Well, yeah. Basically, I was doing a job as a manager, and they wanted this whole professional, clean-cut look. But of course, I didn't fit that. But I did the job well enough that they wanted me to continue to do so.
Yeah, we've also talked about just the history of locks, right? This is not about fashion from everything that I've learned. It's about spirituality, it's about power, about strength. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's an expression of freedom. It's an expression of culture. We suppress a lot of our African identity to be able to progress in this society. And so this is an act of rebellion.
Now, Faru, in terms of this case in Texas, the mom is adamant. She says she won't cut her son's hair. What do you think about it?
I love it. I love it because my parents wasn't as supportive as she was, which delayed my progress and deny my freedom of expression. So to have that kind of support is huge. He's going to be all right. He's going to be all right.
I really appreciate your insight, Faru. Thanks so much for joining us, buddy.
And thank you for having me.
All right, let's bring back in our A+ panel, LISA DURDEN, Bob Bianchi. Guys, I must tell you, the first thing is when I looked at the school's policy, some of the things even mentioned in the policy are just alarming to me. First, one of the things on the policy says the hair must be cleaned and well groomed. That's subjective in itself. Also, it says students must be clean shaven at all times. Beards, goatees, and mustaches are not allowed. Bob, what do you think about this? This is a public school.
You're right with respect to the subjectivity. However, the fact of the matter is you just can't have what you want, when you want, whenever you want it. And the school has a right to have a decorum and a dress code. Let's not forget, in this particular case, though, I'll kind of go on both sides of this. While the kid's dreadlocks went below the level that they were supposed to, he could have had them higher. He never had them at school, from what we understand in this case, down below the collar.
Right.
He actually tied the locks up. So as far as I'm concerned, when I look at that policy, the kid did not violate the policy. I think the school's in trouble for that.
Lisa, many people are saying this is racial discrimination no matter what. You have celebrities coming out retweeting his name. What are your thoughts on this?
3 months before graduation, they revised the policy. She didn't sign for that. The revision said if you could have your hair down, then you would be violating the policy. That means you're doing a preemptive strike if I could, but the boy was not doing that. So that was a real racist move that they made. This is an attack on black bodies. And let me finish the point. Yep. It's an attack on black bodies. Her son was never out of the school's
guys, we can talk about this all day long.
It's about black bodies being attacked.
Got to leave it there. Thanks, guys.